And behind it all was the memory of a very special little girl.
However, according to lawmakers and school officials, this bill will give schools more control over their schedule and when classes begin. Laura Frizzo would not confirm or deny if she was going to go forward with a lawsuit. However, representatives from the city say they're confident they can defend against one. Reporting in Iron River, I'm Matt Miller for ABC 10 and CW5. It was a rainy Saturday morning at Presque Isle, but that didn't seem to hinder people from coming out to support a local family.
Well, today is the first annual Amara's Princess Parade.
For Wayne Filizetti, it was a time to honor his daughter, who was lost a year ago. He didn't have to do it alone.
The UP never stops amazing me. I mean, it was raining, pouring rain today, and we still have over 100 people here, and we're still registering right now.
And it was an event worthy of royalty, with attendees dressing up as princes and princesses and walking around Presque Isle Park. And according to one of Amara's teachers,
she loved to dress up, so this is the best way to kind of remember her.
Participants were encouraged to donate to Amara's Light, a nonprofit created by her parents to help other parents who are going through the grieving process.
Amara's Light supports grieving parents and children through various ways.
And behind it all was the memory of a very special little girl.
She could light up her room, always smiling, always giggling, always the life of the party. That was my daughter.
You just couldn't not be around her and smile.
Reporting in Marquette, I'm Matt Miller for ABC 10 and the CW5.
I support Laura. Mr. Thayer, nothing to the public, you're shouldn't be here.
Hey, come on now. That's enough.
You should have been fired and never brought up.
Please sit down.
Tensions ran high as members of the Iron River community came to the city council meeting to speak out about the recent termination of former police chief Laura Frizzo, and some voiced their concerns about city manager David Thayer.
Laura's caring. She does her job. She doesn't take sides, but she truly cares. She cares not only about our community but the people in it.
There was standing room only. Many to support the former chief was also in attendance, but a few did support the city manager's decision to terminate Frizzo.
I'm not 100% agree with what he did in the matter, but I agree with his actions.
The man was asked to comment to ABC 10, but declined. Frizzo was terminated and not allowed to return from sick leave back in September of this year. Thayer said the two had irreconcilable differences.
Laura's dismissal has to do with the disagreement we have on management style and professionalism. I demand that all my staff people treat all of our citizens with respect. I expect that they're able to control their temper. I expect that their assessment of situations is not a prejudgment, but something based on the facts.
Some residents shared concerns about Thayer's appointment as city manager, as well as some of his actions, such as taking on responsibilities of a police chief.
I think that Mr. Thayer is acting like a bit of a thug, and that he's assumed, like the retired state patrol officer said in the meeting, he has no law enforcement training that I know of, and yet he's appointed himself police chief. That's just not the way things are done.
I am serving as the administrative arm of police chief's duties, and I've done that both in Grayling and in Lexington before.
After the public comment section, a large number of the crowd left, many of them still showing support for the former police chief.
I don't even know how I could begin to thank the community. I love this community. I've worked here 22 years.
I've had so many people in the last 3 months contact me and thank me for taking the effort and to review and also releasing them from position.
Laura Frizzo would not confirm or deny if she was going to go forward with a lawsuit. However, representatives from the city say they're confident they can defend against one. Reporting in Iron River, I'm Matt Miller for ABC 10 and CW5. Kids might be hitting the classroom a little earlier in coming years. That can mean some areas of the state do not get the business they need. A bill making its way through the Michigan Senate would allow schools to start before Labor Day, but only Tuesday through Thursday. That could potentially hurt the economy in parts of Michigan that rely on tourism.
It's important because that's when we get the most tourism. It's the make hay while the sun's shining philosophy.
According to Young, if passed, this bill would affect families' abilities to travel in late summer and early fall, impacting an important part of the UP economy.
In Marquette County, tourism is 16% of our overall economy. Other areas of the UP, it's 60%.
However, according to lawmakers and school officials, this bill will give schools more control over their schedule and when classes begin.
So this is going to have a discussion about the freedom to be able to have the dates set on what the local schools want.
And according to Superintendent of Negaunee Schools, state regulation can be a burden.
I think anytime the state allows districts more local control, is a positive thing.
Skew says that the Negaunee schools will not be starting before Labor Day if the bill passes. The bill is being sponsored by State Senator Marty Nolenberg, a Republican from Troy. In a press release, Senator Nolenberg said that the decision of when to start should be in the hands of teachers and school administrators, not the state. Reporting in Marquette, Matt Miller, ABC 10, CW 5.